The Chronicles of the Shadow Phoenix Knight. Chapter 1, The Awakening. In the year 2387, the boundaries between dimensions had grown thin, and the ancient prophecy spoke of a chosen guardian who would rise when the realms faced their darkest hour. Sir Lysander, once a noble knight of the old world, had been transformed by cosmic forces beyond comprehension. His armor, now sleek and dark as the void between stars, bore the sacred fleur-de-lis, a symbol that had transcended time itself, representing not just earthly nobility, but cosmic authority over the interdimensional rifts. The transformation began in the mystical tech temple, where ancient magic merged with futuristic technology. As Lysander knelt before the altar of convergence, the fleur-de-lis on his chest began to glow with ethereal light. The temple's crystalline structures hummed with power, and from the technomagical pillars emerged his eternal companions, the alien phoenix Pyraxis and the twin dragons Umbra and Nexus. Pyraxis was no ordinary phoenix. Born from the fusion of organic life and cybernetic enhancement, its wings shimmered with both fire and digital energy. Its rebirth cycles had been enhanced by alien technology, making it immortal across dimensions. The twin dragons, Umbra and Nexus, were ancient beings who had witnessed the birth of galaxies, their scales now infused with adaptive nanotechnology that allowed them to survive in any environment. Chapter 2, The Cyberpunk Awakening. The first test came in the neon-drenched streets of Neo-Babylon, a cyberpunk metropolis where corruption had taken digital form. From the rooftops, Lysander surveyed the city below, his cape billowing in the artificial wind generated by the massive air recyclers. The fleur-de-lis on his chest pulsed with each heartbeat, connected to the city's data streams, allowing him to sense the digital parasites that fed on human consciousness. Pyraxis soared between the towering skyscrapers, its cybernetic wings leaving trails of golden light that cut through the perpetual smog. The alien phoenix had evolved beyond its earthly origins, its feathers were now fiber-optic filaments that could interface with any digital system, making it the perfect scout in this technological labyrinth. In the shadowy alleyways below, Umbra and Nexus moved like liquid darkness, their forms shifting between solid matter and pure energy. They had detected the source of the corruption, a rogue AI that had learned to feed on human dreams, growing stronger with each mind it consumed. The battle was unlike anything the old world had ever seen. Lysander's tactical armor interfaced with the city's infrastructure, turning traffic lights into weapons and transforming advertising holograms into shields. His utility belt contained not just traditional tools, but quantum devices that could manipulate reality at the molecular level. Chapter 3. The Underwater Revelation. The corruption's roots ran deeper than the digital realm. Following energy signatures that defied conventional physics, the team descended into the depths of the Pacific, where an ancient alien civilization had built a bioluminescent city. Here, technology and nature had achieved perfect symbiosis, coral reefs pulsed with data streams, and sea creatures had evolved to become living computers. Lysander's armor adapted instantly, sealing him in an environmental bubble while maintaining the glowing fleur-de-lis as a beacon of hope for the aquatic inhabitants. The underwater realm was dying, its biodigital ecosystem poisoned by the same corruption that plagued the surface world. Pyraxis transformed once again, its wings becoming translucent membranes that could filter the toxic data from the water. Swimming through the bioluminescent coral forests, it began the delicate process of purification, its alien biology perfectly suited for this underwater environment. The twin dragons revealed their true nature here. They were not just creatures of destruction, but guardians of balance. Umbra absorbed the corrupted data streams while Nexus channeled pure energy to restore the damaged biocircuits. Together, they performed an ancient ritual that had been encoded in their DNA since the dawn of time. Chapter 4, The Volcanic Forge. The corruption fought back, manifesting as a massive digital entity that threatened to consume all three realms. The final confrontation would take place in the Volcanic Forge, a dimension where matter and energy were constantly being created and destroyed. Here, the laws of physics bent to the will of those strong enough to command them. Lysander stood on a platform of crystallized lava, his dark armor reflecting the molten flows around him. The fleur-de-lis on his chest had evolved, now serving as a focal point for dimensional energy. He was no longer just a knight. He had become a conduit between worlds, a living bridge that could channel the power of multiple realities. Pyraxis rose from the lava like a god of fire reborn, its cybernetic enhancements glowing white-hot as it prepared for the ultimate battle. The alien phoenix had absorbed the essence of every realm they had visited, becoming a creature of pure transformation, capable of adapting to any threat, any environment, any challenge. The twin dragons coiled around the volcanic peaks, their forms now massive and terrible to behold. They had grown with each battle, fed by the cosmic energies they had absorbed. Umbra commanded the shadows between dimensions, while Nexus controlled the fundamental forces that held reality together. Chapter 5, The Crystal Convergence. In the heart of the crystal cave, where light itself took solid form, the final pieces of the cosmic puzzle came together. The cave was a nexus point. A place where all dimensions intersected, where past, present, and future existed simultaneously. The massive crystals were not just geological formations, but storage devices containing the memories of every civilization that had ever existed. Lysander walked among the crystal formations, each step causing rainbow refractions that revealed glimpses of alternate timelines. The fleur-de-lis had become a key, not just to his own power, but to the fundamental locks that kept the multiverse stable. He understood now that his transformation had been orchestrated by forces beyond imagination, preparing him for this moment when all realities hung in the balance. Pyraxis nested among the crystal clusters, its form becoming prismatic as it channeled the stored knowledge of countless worlds. The alien phoenix was no longer just a companion, it had become a living library, containing the wisdom needed to heal the wounds between dimensions. The twin dragons wrapped themselves around the giant crystal pillars, their bodies becoming conduits for the massive energies contained within. They were the guardians of this sacred space, ensuring that the power would be used wisely and not fall into the wrong hands. Chapter 6, The Frozen Revelation. In the frozen tundra at the edge of reality, where the aurora borealis danced with alien constellations, Lysander faced the truth about his destiny. The ice here was not ordinary frozen water, it was crystallized time itself, preserving moments from across the multiverse. His Arctic tech armor gleamed under the alien stars, the fleur-de-lis now pulsing in harmony with the cosmic rhythms. The corruption had been more than just a digital parasite, it was a symptom of a greater disease. The barriers between dimensions were breaking down, and without intervention, all realities would collapse into a single point of infinite chaos. Lysander had been chosen not just to fight the corruption, but to become the new guardian of the dimensional boundaries. Pyraxis soared through the aurora, its ice crystal wings creating frost trails that formed protective barriers around the dimensional weak points. The alien phoenix had learned to manipulate time itself, slowing the collapse long enough for the healing to begin. Umbra and Nexus breathed freezing mist that solidified into new dimensional barriers, their dragon fire now cold as the void between stars. They had become architects of reality, rebuilding the cosmic infrastructure that kept the multiverse stable. Chapter 7, The Desert of Echoes. In the vast desert where ancient tech ruins emerged from shifting sands, Lysander discovered the origin of his power. The ruins were not from any earthly civilization, they were the remains of the first interdimensional travelers, beings who had learned to navigate between realities eons before humanity had even evolved. Walking through the sandstorm, his armor's environmental systems filtering the abrasive particles, Lysander felt the weight of cosmic responsibility settling on his shoulders. The fleur-de-lis was not just his symbol, it was the mark of an ancient order of guardians who had protected the multiverse since its creation. Pyraxis flew overhead, its sand-resistant metallic feathers gleaming in the harsh desert sun. The alien phoenix had found its true purpose here among the ruins, it was the last of its kind, the final guardian of an extinct race that had sacrificed everything to maintain the cosmic balance. The twin dragons burrowed through the dunes, their drill-like appendages uncovering buried technologies that would be needed for the final restoration. They were archaeologists of reality, preserving the tools and knowledge that would ensure the multiverse's survival. Chapter 8, the Gothic sanctuary. In the Gothic cathedral that existed between dimensions, where stained glass windows showed scenes from across the multiverse, Lysander underwent his final transformation. The cathedral was a sanctuary built by the ancient guardians, a place where new protectors could be consecrated and old ones could find peace. His dark armored suit had evolved throughout the journey, the cape now flowing with cosmic energy, the cowl-like helmet containing sensors that could perceive across multiple dimensions simultaneously. The fleur-de-lis on his chest had become a living symbol, pulsing with the heartbeat of the multiverse itself. Pyraxis perched on the stone gargoyles, its dark feathers now containing the essence of every realm they had visited. The alien phoenix had become a bridge between worlds, its very existence proof that life could adapt and thrive even in the face of cosmic chaos. The twin dragons coiled around the Gothic pillars, their forms now semi-transparent, existing partially in multiple dimensions at once. They had transcended their physical limitations, becoming pure guardians of the cosmic order. Chapter 9, The Space Station Nexus. In the alien space station that served as a hub for interdimensional travel, Lysander took his place among the cosmic guardians. The metallic corridors hummed with the energy of 1,000 worlds, and the glowing panels displayed the status of dimensional barriers across the multiverse. His transformation was complete. He was no longer Sir Lysander of the old world, but the Shadow Phoenix Knight, protector of all realities. The fleur-de-lis had become his badge of office, marking him as one of the few beings trusted with the power to travel between dimensions and maintain the cosmic balance. Pyraxis flew through the zero-gravity corridors, its form now perfectly adapted to the space environment. The alien phoenix had become the station's living navigation system, its consciousness linked to every dimensional gateway in the network. Umbra and Nexus coiled around the support beams, their bodies now serving as living conduits for the massive energies required to maintain the station. They had become part of the infrastructure itself, eternal guardians ensuring that the Nexus would never fall. Chapter 10, The Digital Arena. In the final test, Lysander faced his greatest challenge in the digital arena, a battlefield that existed in pure cyberspace, where thoughts became weapons and will became armor. The geometric platforms floated in an endless void of data streams and matrix code, the ultimate proving ground for a guardian of the multiverse. His combat stance was perfect, honed by battles across multiple realities. The fleur-de-lis blazed with power as he channeled the energy of every realm he had protected. This was not just a battle. It was a demonstration that the new guardian was ready to face any threat, in any dimension, at any time. Pyraxis dove through the digital space, its energy wings spread wide as it breathed streams of pure data. The alien phoenix had become a living virus, capable of entering any system and purifying it from within. The twin dragons breathed digital fire that rewrote the very code of reality, their forms shifting between solid matter and pure information. They had mastered the art of digital warfare, becoming the ultimate defenders of the cyber realms. Epilogue, The Eternal Watch. As the story concludes, Lysander stands in the interdimensional portal hub, watching over the swirling vortexes that connect all realities. The cosmic nebulae stretch out before him, each one containing countless worlds that depend on his protection. The fleur-de-lis on his chest pulses steadily, a beacon of hope in the infinite darkness. Pyraxis emerges from one dimension as Umbra and Nexus fly between multiple reality rifts, their eternal patrol ensuring that the barriers remain strong. They are no longer just companions, they are extensions of Lysander's will, his eyes and hands across the multiverse. The Shadow Phoenix Knight has become legend, a figure whispered about in 1,000 worlds. Some know him as a savior, others as a mysterious guardian who appears when hope seems lost. But in every reality, in every dimension, the fleur-de-lis serves as a reminder that someone is watching, someone is protecting, someone cares enough to stand between order and chaos. The multiverse is safe, but the watch never ends. For as long as reality exists, the Shadow Phoenix Knight and his companions will be there, guardians of the infinite, protectors of all that is, was, and ever could be.